My name is Kristen, and this is my sister Karen, and we have decided to start a fandom channel on YouTube called 2K's Nerdgasms.
Pretty much you're just gonna sit here and talk about our favorite fandoms, such as Harry Potter, Hunger Games, that kind of thing, and just kind of let y'all know our opinions and hopefully get some feedback from y'all. So
absolutely. So pretty much what we do is we find fandoms, different stuff like that we think the other one will like, and then we force the other person to watch it. And then the whole time the person is watching it, we're like, hey, what'd you think?
Where are you at? What part are you at? Have you gotten to this part yet?
I really want to talk to you about this, so you need to hurry up. And so that's pretty much how it goes. And then once we reach that point where we're on the same page, we sit and talk about it for hours. Just hours.
Not days.
Pretty much. And anyone around us gets sucked into the conversation and is pretty much forced to accept our fandoms. Is pretty much how that goes. So for today's episode, since it is our first and we're both completely nervous about doing this, what we're actually going to talk about is not going to be our main fandom, because as you'll come to learn, our main fandom is Harry Potter.
Our one true love.
Yeah, that will never go away, ever.
Hey, since, we just binge watched the series on Netflix and fell in love with like two characters.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Riverdale.
Yes! Okay, so I actually hadn't heard a whole lot about this until like 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago, my sister told me, hey, I'm watching this show and you really need to watch it. And of course it has Cole Sprouse in it, which he was always a crush kind of growing up, and his brother. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay. And she's like, it's where he's Jughead, which I had heard about forever ago, and then I never really, I never really followed up on it. It wasn't really in my to-do list.
Which, by the way, he plays that part so perfectly.
Yes.
Like,
there could never be another.
No.
Like, he's it for Jughead. Like, they can't.
By the way, guys, in this episode, there will be spoilers. So if you have not seen it and you want to watch Riverdale, wait.
Yeah, and we actually totally recommend watching Riverdale because it's really badass. Yeah. Like, it's really good. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know. Because pretty much what Riverdale is it's based off of the Archie comics. So you've got Archie, Jughead, Betty, Veronica, a lot of different characters, some that they've had forever, some that are more newer that they're just bringing out with the series. So overall, it's great. I love it. I am so stoked for season 2. Can't even wait. And pretty much for the past 2 days, all we've been talking about is Riverdale. And the reason that Riverdale has become one of our favorites is because we have found a new and true pairing.
Melts my heart every time.
Yes. So, spoiler alert, just if you haven't seen it, but we are total bugheads. Like, we're buggies for life. We adore them. We ship them so hard.
They're so perfect for each other. It's like unreal.
Yes, like, there's so much to these two characters, and they complement each other so well. Like, you're just like sitting there watching, and you're like, they can't be with anybody else. Like,
it would not work. And because beginning of the first episode, she's all into Archie. She wants to be with Archie, and Archie is like, no, kind of puts her down in a polite-ish kind of way, but he still puts her down. So she's heartbroken, and she kind of gets over it, and then a couple episodes later, her and Jughead start spending so much time together, and it's just like automatic, like, where has this been all my life,
Yes, the instant chemistry, the instant. So pretty much, you've got the young preppy girl, and then you've got the kind of dark social outcast,
outside weirdo.
And so, but the way that they interact with each other is in such a way, like, they just know each other. They know what the other one's thinking. They pick up where one leaves off.
Like, whenever she's feeling down, she really doesn't go to anybody else but him, and he just knows exactly what to tell her to make her be like, okay, you're right, I can do this, I got this.
Yeah, like I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not any of my drama. That's not who I am. Like, that's what he does for her, and that's amazing, because what girl doesn't want a guy that makes you feel that way, where you're okay, you're at ease, you're safe. It's like when she's with him, she's got a security. And I think that she does that for him as well, in the aspect of he has so much going on. Mm-hmm. And he's jumping from struggle to struggle to struggle. And even if it's not one thing, it's something else.
She's like what is it called? His stable point. I don't know what it's called, but you know,
rock.
Yeah, where everything else is changing and chaotic, she is always there. Like, doesn't even matter what the problem is, whether it's his dad or whatever else is going on with him, she is just there, and she's like, you know what, I don't care, I love you, we'll get through this together.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And for as long as we've been into fandoms and having nerdgasms, which we do frequently, it's refreshing to see a new take on it, because it can be overplayed, and it can be, you know, oh, I'm the guy that has to save the damsel in distress, or good girl falls for bad boy. Like, it's so much more than that, and I think that's really what we can appreciate, having watched so many different fandoms and gotten into so many different fandoms. As you'll find out, we have quite a few. We've actually been writing them down and making lists and coming up with names and stuff just for future episodes, so we're really stoked about this. We do have, however, some do's and don'ts about the future of Riverdale. Yes, season 2.
The one big don't is messing with Buggy. Like, of course, you know, they're gonna have some drama, which we're all for that.
Yeah, I mean,
we want to see them work through that, though.
Yeah.
And if they break up, you know, for, you know, a couple episodes, a little while, you know, that's all good. But we don't want none of this. I broke, you know, Jughead upset me. We broke up. I'm gonna run to Archie and be with Archie now, or run off to this person and be with this person. I'm like, no, like,
I mean, in the end, Bughead is in the game. Like, it has to be.
There's no other option.
There is no other option, because for those of you who've watched it and know it and love it, this is what you know. Jughead won't be with anybody else. Like, he can't. One, as a character, he's asexual. If you go and you read through the comics and you read his history,
he doesn't like girls.
Not just girls, he doesn't.
Well, like
he's not romantic. He doesn't have an interest in that. He just kind of is who he is. He loves food, and he loves being sarcastic, and that's just Jughead. And I think that has a lot to do with it. However, when you do read some of the digest and some of the newer stuff, you do get to see a lot of Jughead saying and making recommendations about Betty.
Like, there was one where he told Betty, he goes, I don't like females, but if I were to kiss one of them, you would be the only one.
Kiss one of them willingly. If he wanted, the only person he would willingly want to kiss is Betty. And I think that really says a lot, and I think that it says a lot in how they could take and twist Riverdale. I don't think that they could put Jughead with anybody else, just because Betty's it for him. If they stay along the guidelines of the comics and how Jughead is through the comics, I think that's the only way they can do it. Either he's going to be alone, which could definitely be it, but if he's going to be with somebody, it has to be Betty. And I think that over season 1, Betty grew so much that she's not going to take Archie back.
Like, and you see kind of a hint in the last episode where Archie kind of like tries to tell Betty that he always thought they'd be together, and she like just automatically like shuts him down, doesn't even let him finish his statement. And I'm like, oh no, we found who we were both meant for.
Yeah, and I mean, even Veronica, she's like, they're soulmates.
Everybody can see it. Her mom sees it.
Her mom sees it.
His dad. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows that they're together.
I mean, that's the way that it should be. And so, yeah, so first thing for season 2, Bughead is in game. You have to have Bughead in it. Now, of course, especially with it being a CW show,
you know, there's going to be drama.
There's always drama. The shows don't exist without the drama, and so that's fine. And so that's what we're saying. Like, you know, drama's fine. Like, this is how I see it totally playing out. So I see Jughead having a pass made at him by a Southside girl that's kind of darker and kind of more in line with that aspect of his life and of his dad. And I see that happening. And the way Jughead is and the way that he is towards Betty, my thoughts on his reaction would be to immediately tell Betty.
I don't know if he'd immediately tell her. I'm not as, like, confident that he would. He might, like, wait a little bit and be like, maybe talk to Archie about it, be like, yo, you know, this girl made a pass at me, you know. Maybe, not that he wouldn't tell her eventually, but I don't think he would immediately go to right then and there, go tell her.
No, I think he would. I think that he would feel an ultimate betrayal if he didn't. I think that with Betty, he's been the most open and honest and pure that he could be.
Well, I mean, like, some things, like, about his dad, he didn't, like, tell her who his dad was and stuff like that because he didn't want, you know.
Yeah, but with everything that they've been through, I just don't see him withholding that. Now, I could see him withholding something about the Southside Serpents, or maybe if he, you know, was taking on jobs. Like, I could see him hiding that, but I don't see him hiding anything specifically relating to their relationship.
I don't know. What I see as a possible thing is her getting upset with him about him wanting to be a Southside Serpent, and her going to Archie, and Archie comforting her, and, you know, being there for her, and maybe, you know, Archie finds out that maybe Veronica's dad's the one who put out the hit for his dad.
Spoiler alert, hey.
This whole episode was a spoiler alert. Anyways, I mean, we don't know that for sure, but, you know, it's kind of where it led you to believe. And so he finds out about it, so it kind of tears him and Veronica apart. So either he's comforting Betty or Betty's comforting him, and he kind of tries to take it a step further and her be like, oh, nope, But I also kind of see her kind of withholding that, and them not wanting to tell Jughead because those are his 2 best friends. And I mean, her thinking, well, what will this do to Jughead if he finds out that Archie kissed me or whatever else, you know? I kind of feel like that might be
right,
how they go.
Yeah, and I can see that creating drama. And I do think that Betty is the sort to withhold. Just like she withheld the fact that her mom wanted them to go through Jughead's dad's place and see if he's the murderer. I mean, just all of that, I think, really would change how Betty would handle the situation. But at the same time, I still think that she's a girl and she is afraid to hurt him and crush him because she wants him to be happy. And he struggles with happiness constantly. And so I just think that she would, but I think at the same time that there's a good chance that they might just be completely open and honest with each other. And I mean, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of good things that do come into the next season. I cannot wait for it. It sucks that we cannot binge watch it.
I'm going to say I'm happy that, like, not really happy that Archie's dad got shot. You know, I'm not going to say that was a good thing. But, like, Archie's drama the whole show was, I want to sing and play football at the same time. What do I do? While everybody else got, like, this, like, deep, like, you know, emotional drama going on in their lives. Like, Veronica's dad's in jail and he might have put the hit out for Jason, and what's she going to do? I mean, her dad may be a murderer. Who knows? And Jughead's dad got arrested for murder.
Because he's a thug and running a gang.
And then you got Betty, whose sister had been missing for forever. Really missing, but you know, she hadn't seen her sister in months, and her sister's pregnant, and you know, she's going through all this drama. And then Archie's just like, like, I don't know. just doesn't really have any like deep drama like the rest of them. And I think that's why at the end his dad got shot, because that's gonna make Archie darker, and you know, it's just gonna develop his character more than just playing football and writing songs.
I agree. Archie is kind of a big old wine bucket over like nothing. Like he just, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much his problems are maintaining a girlfriend, playing football, whether or not to play on varsity and be a captain, and how to launch his musical career.
Well, she was sleeping with the teachers, though. That's kind of an issue. But that went away like maybe 4th episode.
Yeah,
so
that was only 4 episodes.
Doesn't necessarily count.
Which is why maintaining a girlfriend is one of his troubles. Because then after that, then he just like bounces and bounces
Mommy
and bounces.
issues. Which I would be excited if they brought Molly Ringwald back for his mom.
Yeah, I'm just
because you know what they gotta do. His mom can't just stay away after his dad got shot. She has to come back. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see that.
I'm excited for it. I'm super excited about Bughead. I have been watching a lot of shipper videos on YouTube. We're such... When we find a one true pairing, we kind of become obsessed.
Yes.
Like, just a little bit. Like, you will see in future episodes. So just to hint at what we'll probably be discussing a lot of.
And we don't always agree on pairings.
No.
Just throwing that out there. We don't always agree.
No. It's not rare that we do, but we definitely do not agree on all of them.
Yes.
And so we'll have like mini debates, which a lot of them are now going to be being recorded, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so Bughead is our new one true pairing, because I've known what shipping is since I was like, what, 12, 13 years old.
Back when we found out who Hermione was.
Yes, Hermione. Now that's our main ship. That is number one. That's it.
If you don't know what Hermione is, it's Draco and Hermione.
And it's perfect.
And it would just work on so many levels.
But we're not going to go into all that right now, because that's not what this video is about. This video we decided to make was about Riverdale. And I'm trying to think what else we were going to talk about. So, something that we have noticed since binge watching Riverdale is there's not a lot of fan fiction about Riverdale.
No.
And we're totally into fan fiction.
Yes.
Like, have been since we were 12 years old and the internet first came around.
That's how we found out who Hermione was.
Fanfiction.net has my heart. Like, straight up it does.
But yeah, when you go and you look up Riverdale fan fiction, it's not that there aren't any good ones. They're either not written well, like they might have a good storyline, but they're not written well, or they just all together suck.
Or it's a bunch of one-shots. Which one-shots are fine, but
I'm a person who personally likes a detailed story, 10 chapters, heartfelt, a lot of stuff going on kind of thing. Not really one for the one-shots, okay, but I want more of a storyline. Personally,
I like one-shots, but they can't be a short one-shot. Like, there has to be a point to it, like a start, a point, and like a point to it, and then the finish. So typically around a 3,000 words is probably what I would average as far as looking. Now, if it's got a decent summary, or if it's got something else, or maybe if there's like 3 or 4 different one-shots all within one story, I'll read those, I'll download those. But whether it's because it's new or nobody's really just dabbled in it, it doesn't have.
If any of y'all write fan fiction and you're pretty good at it, please take a shot. If you feel like it, if you like Riverdale, take a shot at writing a good, probably Bughead.
Bughead. I mean, come on, that's what we want. This whole episode has been nothing about Bughead. So yes, please, if you can write fan fiction, please write us a Bughead.
Oh,
We
would love you forever if you wrote us a good Bughead story.
Yes. Also, totally open to people creating and or finding fan art.
Yes.
We love fan art.
So this is pretty much the end of our first video. You know, if you liked it and you want to hear more from us, you know, we're gonna do it anyways, but please subscribe below.
Also, please hit us up and follow us on Twitter. We will put our Twitter handles down below.
And feel free to comment, you know, tell us your favorite fandom, you know, what we should do in our next video.
Definitely. Like, subscribe, comment.
And please let us know what your one true pairing is and anything that you watch. Just whatever your heart desires.
We are into multiple fandoms across multiple genres. You've got Harry Potter, you've got Hunger Games, you've got Twilight. Well, Twilight's not really.
We're not really into Twilight, but we feel like we're gonna have to talk about it eventually. So
yeah, I mean, it became a thing. It was a thing. It's not so much a thing anymore. But I think we'll.
And then we got throwbacks that we're gonna do from like our childhood, which we got Digimon.
Yes, Digimon. Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
We're gonna do some 80s movies that we've grown up with and really, really like. So we've got a lot of ideas going. But yes, definitely, please let us know what your one true pairing is. Please let us know what your ship is, what your shipping name is, if you've got fan art you like. I mean, we are totally for it.
We want the feedback. Like, we want to know what. That's why we're doing this, so we can, you know, hear from other people and see what they like and what, you know, or what you want to know about. You know, if you have any questions for us about like our fandoms, like Harry Potter, especially, we know pretty much everything there is to know about Harry Potter.
Yes.
So please just, you know, hit us up. You know,
we are always open for ideas and materials and just pretty much anything that y'all want to talk about. I mean, we're game for opening up our thoughts, our feelings on any topic, and I mean, definitely let us know what you think, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.